What is good, people? Welcome back to another video of the Cabrio project, and we kick off this vlog with a couple of parts we've just picked up. Brand new aftermarket 3-door sills. We got these off Ben. These are CL lights. They are a little worse for wear, but obviously I'll be sanding all that down and using the tint spray. And then this little gem, Skadoosh. Now I'm not sure because it says Zender and Votex, so is it a Votex or is it a Zender? Let me know. But we've got this little spoiler. The funny thing is 90% of the parts I've just bought won't fit any of the two cars. So we've got 3-door sills that will only ever fit a hatchback, or if you've got a 3-door Venta or Estate, which obviously you'd have to custom make, or a hatchback only spoiler. So I don't know why I've bought it, but you never know, I might buy one in the future and put it on. But I love how the wiring is still intact, and what's weird is it's got a hella lens on it. I was figuring it out today. I'm wondering if Votex or Zender you know, subcontract hella to make the lenses, or is this the incorrect one, or you know, let me know in the comments down below. I would like to put this on a car at some point if I ever get a hatchback. And then these lights are in great condition other than the expanding foam. Obviously I will sand them off, it's a little bit faded. That goes into the collection. The GTIs, I think it's these ones. Yeah, these I bought off eBay, and the seller failed to mention that, yeah, this is kind of broke, but I might just do them up and sell them. But either way, we've got some parts today, so we actually remembered to get the horn push off Ben. I think it makes it look so much better. However, it is yellow, and obviously if it's going on that, we're going to need a custom horn push. So if anybody knows anybody who makes them, preferably in purple or something like that, let me know, because I think once this is trimmed, maybe if I do purple stitching or something like that, that will set it off nicely. Before I do a trim on the Momo wheel, I'm going to practice with this one. This is just a standard, I think it's a VR6 wheel. After I've done that, we'll do the Momo one, because the Momo one, to be fair, oops, there's a lot less leather. So if anything, this is going to be easier to trim than the leather one is, but this has got obviously the little perforation holes and whatever, so I don't know what to do with that. It's such a light wheel as well. I can't wait to put it on. Yee. People, it is another day and we're on another little parts run. So let's show you what we got. We ain't got a lot today, we're just a little bit. We've got another set of CLs and another set of GTIs, so I think that's 4 sets of each now. And then we picked up this Mystic Blue bumper, which, to be fair, it's not in too bad nick. I got it quite cheap, so I thought I'd pick it up. That's good for the Cabrio because I want to go to smooth bumpers. And then we got some front lights. There was loads more stuff, but the car was in pieces and I just didn't want to spend too much time here. While we're here, guys, we may as well show you. It's been a while. It has been a while. I really need to do something with this car. What should I do though? There's so much I want to do, but I don't want to spend all my money on this and then forget the Cabrio, because the Cabrio needs a hell of a lot more work than that does. I can't lie, I absolutely love the wheels, and every time I see it, absolutely lovely. Oh, F it, let's give you a cinematic. In the previous episodes, you guys will know that the door locks have been broken for a while, so I'm going to have a go at doing the driver's side. The passenger side I can deal with that because that's not causing me any issues at the minute. I want to try and look into the faults with the windows because it seems to go down but not up. which is very weird. So we're just going to get straight into it. Pop the roof, whip the door card off, and then we'll get into it. We've pretty much stripped all the door card off, and where the door lock is here, well, when removing the door handle it was very obvious that the door lock was at fault. I think it's a T30, T25, one of the two. T30, the lock comes off and it literally just crumbled apart. Half of it fell in there and half of it came off with the handle itself, so it's pretty obvious it was that. We're just going to have a quick look around, see how it all goes together, and then put it back. Ah, there's the spring, look. No, it's not snapped, but it's not attached. We did it. If I'm going to offer any serious piece of advice, just buy a aftermarket one. They're going to have all new parts on it anyway, and just swap your lock. This, in fact, don't swap your lock because you'll have to do all that again. It's horrible. Some people might have been able to do it straight away, but it was the spring, and I found out the reason why it wasn't going on properly is because obviously the spring goes underneath this pin, and then this trim piece here that goes on top, but the spring was too long so it wouldn't sit in properly. That's why it kept pinging out. So I just trimmed it down a bit. Now it works. Let's stick this all back together and pray it works, because I'm selling this car if it don't. Alrighty then, so I've sort of fixed it. In the rebuild kit you don't get all the pieces, so there is a part of the barrel that you can't replace, so I think it's going to need a whole new door, because it was the issue I had when I first bought it. So you can unlock it as normal, as you would, but there's a little bit of resistance that way, so you got to kind of wiggle it, and that was the problem I had before. It still locks, but it's a bit of resistance. But okay, in fact, let's check if the electric windows now work. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, that was the issue. At least we've sorted that. We just need to get a new set of handles. I was also thinking as well, maybe if I swap lock to this side, that mechanism will be fine. All I'll have to do is swap the actual handle. Or would that work? Because it's left and right. And then on the left side, on this side, obviously you can see the lock mechanism there. If I just get a 5-door rear handle, that deletes that lock. It looks a little bit smoother then. So I won't need locks on both sides. Well, I say that. But once that's fully working and brand new, I might just get rid of that lock and then colour code these to the car. I spent a good couple hours fixing this lock. Fucking stupid car. I hate it. I hate it. What a waste of time. I do look massively knackered, and that's because I am. The broken stud from the wiper motor, we need to get that welded back on, so I'm going to work getting a friend to do it. Okay, so rather than cause problems for myself, I just put an bolt on the end. Wait, where is it? There we go. Just there you can see. There's no point welding it because it's in a really awkward place. Not a bolt will do. Just topped up the brake fluid as well because it's a little bit low. And all the tyre pressures are now sound. Let's give it a quick clean and then head off home. To be fair though, the all reds have withstanded the washer jet. Right, let's dry this thing off and get off home. We still need to get some fuel. We managed to make it okay. I think this fuel gauge is lying because I'm pretty sure this morning it's a little bit lower than that, but I don't know. Okay, so the wiper is now insecure, as in it's in and it's secure. The brake fluid has been topped up, the tyre pressures have been done, and the car has been cleaned on the outside. There's only one more thing we have to do before we go. It's got to be done. Sorry, it's got to be done. Wait. Ignition off. I'm going to wire it up so it doesn't require ignition off, because obviously it's just going to be draining the battery without the car on. Oh yes. Oh, beautiful. Right, let's go home and continue on with this progress. Oh, looking fresh. I just want to say, there we go. I just want to say a massive thank you to all the people that have been commenting and sending me messages, hoping I'm okay and stuff like that. None of it goes unnoticed, and I really appreciate you know, everybody who's sending their messages in saying that they're struggling too, and you know, they wish me all the best, take all the time I need, and I am going to do that. It's been, we're now on Tuesday, so we've had 2 days of not editing, we'll say. I still think about YouTube every day, I still look at my analytics every day. That's something that I'll always have to do because I like YouTube that much, so I'm always looking, see how I'm doing and stuff like that. I'll never stop that. It has given me a little bit of breathing space, given me time to reset. And anyway, we're not going to be talking about all this sad stuff. So yesterday we got quite a lot of little things done on this car. We also got chucked some fuel in it. It doesn't seem, well, I don't even know if the tyres are flat, but you know what this car's like for punches. So if we have a quick look. Sound. That's the first. So yeah, we're just going to be running the Cabrio. So we're going to be running the Cabby for a couple of days just to give it a little run out. Like I said, it's been sat in the garage for a long time. Also, I forgot to mention while I was at home that the handle situation. So I've been speaking with a lad who runs his own Volkswagen parts company, and apparently all the cabbies share the same handle, and all the hatchbacks, Ventos and Estates are all different. So cheers Volkswagen. I'm going to have to get a whole cabby set and just swap the lock over. I was going to buy all new locks and just fit them all, but it's pointless because the ignition lock, the boot lock are both okay, so there's no point swapping them out. I know they're going to be old and whatever, but there's no point on creating more work that's not needed. So I'm just going to try and get 2 handles for a 3.5 or a Mark 3 that's ideally new or aftermarket. So just a little update today on the garage. We've just laid the brackets. We're just going to be laying the shelves over the top of that. My dad's had to shoot off, but most of it's done. No, it isn't. Most of the pallets have been chopped, so all these ones here are the right width to go from the wall to here. And then when he comes back and he's got some more time, we're going to lay the brackets, the one that's just here. And lay another couple across the wall, and then that wall is shelved ready to go. Do a shelf on the top. I was also doing the lights today. These lights that my dad bought are brighter than wherever the ones are. These ones. So these were the ones that I bought that were already in the garage, but these are a lot brighter. So what I'm going to do is, because I've got 4 of those, we'll run 2 across there. Run 2 across there, and then these 2 that we've got spare, we put 1 just above the workbench so it just lights up the area better. And then when the garage is closed, I'll put it just at the front so it gives the garage an even lighting. And that's it really. I've just had a little bit of a tidy up and whatnot, and yeah, we'll carry the progress in a little bit. We're going to be picking up some wheels for it. There's somebody that's quite local, about an hour away. They've got 12 of these wheels. Going stupidly cheap, so we're going to go up to go and get them. The problem is the boot of the estate still has a load of trims in, so we're kind of going to have to just throw it and make a shoot for it. The problem today, I've just came into the garage and everything is wet. I didn't even realise. Yeah. But yesterday was like torrential rain. It was ridiculous. I think it was just what has came from that. So even just bits like that, it's a bit annoying. But at least the car is it is somewhat dry anyway. But anyway, we've got the little lights in as well. The lighting looks good now. Yeah, it looks great. But anyway, let's unload the Golf and we'll go and get these wheels. Test fit them up to the car. They won't fit straight away, but you'll see in a minute. So make sure you like this video, comment, subscribe, and let's get into it. We didn't buy all 12 because, to be fair, they wouldn't fit anyway. Because they've come all the way up to there and then they filled the boot. So yeah, it wouldn't have worked. I was also thinking about buying, because he's got 12, I was going to buy 2 spares, but if I go to sell them, nobody really cares about the spare. Nobody pays extra for the spare, so there's just no point. I've got 8 wheels now, so you know that make up 2 sets. So I could just take the tyres off 1 set, or just sell them how they are, or take the tyres off, sell them, sell the tyres separate, make a bit of cash back, maybe sell the wheels or keep them as spares. And then with the other ones, obviously take the tyres off, put some nice tyres on. I'm going to need some custom adapters for these wheels. But before we reveal them, I want you to put in the comments down below what wheels do you think they are? They are a 235 7016. If that gives anything away, it should give it away completely because of the sidewall. But anyway, let's go home. I'll unload them into the garage and then we're going to test fit them and talk a little bit about the wheels first. Oh my god, this is so funny. So we have, if you've not guessed it already, yes, they are Land Rover wheels, I believe from the Discovery 1. They're a 16-inch wheel, so they're actually perfect for the Mark III, and they are 7-inch wide. So those, I'm pretty sure these are 7 or 7.5, so these are going to suit nice with some 195 45s. I need 3 things for these wheels. So the first thing I need is a set of wheel bolts, obviously specific to Land Rover because they've got the flat washers and they're a massive hole compared to what the Volkswagens and normal aftermarket wheels are. We then need a set of custom adapters, which are going to go from 4x100 57.1 centre bore to 5x120, whatever centre bore that is. So I need to figure out what the centre bore is. I'll just do a little Google search, something will come up. Well, here we go. I am aware that a lot of them are dirty like this, but they're literally baked on dirt. To be fair, when it gets sandblasted, that'll all come off anyway. But yeah, we're dead happy with this. Now they're not going to leave all dirt marks in the car, so what I'll do now is wait for them to dry, and then we'll load them back up in the car, ready for tomorrow. Okay people, so I think we have messed up a little bit. I thought these were 5x120. And last night I was having a look at the PCD offsets and whatnot, and it turns out that the Discovery 1 wheels are actually 5x165, which means that the wheel bolts are a lot further spaced out, which you might think, yeah cool, run different adapters. However, now the measurement from there to here is 190mm. If we do that on our wheel hub, 190 in the middle is roughly 95, roughly there. So looking there at 190mm, it's going to catch. Right people, so what I was trying to explain while I was doing this wheel specs is, although the wheel hub is 140mm, you can run adapters that are wider than the hub face. However, the carrier sits so close to the hub, I don't have much space. So the only way I can think mathematically that this will work is if I run tapered sized adapters, which is a sketchy idea in its own. I would never do it. And what that will mean is if we run the first 20mm to clear the hub and carrier, and then they'll flare outwards for the wheels to bolt in, because the bolt holes are never going to line up, because by the time the wheel is on, it's already caught the caliper. So that's literally the only way around it, is getting tapered adapters or machining it in a way that it clears the carrier. No, I don't like the wheels that much, so I'm just scrapping the idea. I have just put them up for sale, and I may even scrap them depending on how much they go for, because they're just not going to work on the Mark III hub. If there was a different design, maybe they work on 3 12mm brakes, maybe they work on Mark IVs, I don't know. This hub face is just a little bit too small. If the carriers weren't so damn close up to the hub, or they were sunken in a little bit more, it'd probably work. But it's just it's just not worth it. The wheels are cheap. I can just sell them. I'll get another set. I have been thinking about the Lincolns, and I will double check to test fit them on these, because there's always a discrepancy of rear axle sizes and how the front track is different on a Mark II than a Mark III, and there's always conflicting advice, especially on, I think it's Club GTI. It's on a Volkswagen forum, and there were basically a page dedicated to rear axle sizes, and there's got Polos, Mark 1s, Mark 1 Scirocco's, Mark 2s, Mark 3s, and a load of Mark 2 rear axles are all different sizes. The Scirocco's are different sizes, so there's a lot of conflicting advice. What I was thinking of doing is, if I just test fit them up to the Cabrio just to start off with. I know the rears on this estate sit perfect. I don't know what it's like on the Cabrio. Are they going to sit different? I'm not sure. It's the front that's the issue. What I'm going to do, again, is test fit them. If I just take my time with it, because the estate, I kind of just sat the wheel up to it, so it doesn't really give you an idea of how it looks like bolted on. Because the carrier hits the wheel before it actually gets to bolt on, I can never really get a full understanding of how it's going to sit. So what I may do is borrow a spacer or work out something in that sense, just to bolt the wheel up, and then after that, if it pokes a ridiculous amount, I may go to narrow track Mark II just to fit those wheels in, because it seems like a lot of hassle just to put some wheels on a car. But it isn't just these wheels. If I decide to change my mind and go with another set, I've got way more room in the front to play with, because the Mark IIIs compared to the Mark IIs, you can get some nice wide wheels under the Mark IIs, but Mark IIIs are not as forgiving, especially on the front. The rears are just crap in their own, and I'd like to run some nice wide wheels or some low offset wheels to give a nice dish or something like that. And I think that's the only way I'm really going to do it, because the wheels I'm looking at, if they're 9-inch wide, usually speaking, they're ET15, which will poke like crazy on a Mark III, especially the ones that don't have plastic arches, which I am not putting on mine, just to let you know. If I can get away without running camber, without ripping the arches out, or running a wide arch kit, then I'll rather do that, because I just think it looks a little bit cleaner, and just seeing a fat ass dish sitting flush with the arch is just what I want. So that's where we're at. I just thought I'd include this bit in the vlog just to explain, because I go on and I'd never really get to explain to you guys what the actual plan is. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching this vlog. I'd love to say things are back to normal, but they're not. I'm just trying to get back into the swing of things. I've also got the seats behind me, which I have made a start on, which you'll have to wait for another vlog to see. Yeah, the things they're getting there. Obviously things are not back to normal, but I will try and get as many vlogs out as I can. Shout out to everybody who's been checking up on me and making sure everything's okay. Really do appreciate it. If you did enjoy this video, give it a like and subscribe, and we'll see you another time for another video.